Michael Schumacher didn't just drive Formula One cars, he redefined what it meant to be a champion and turned racing into an art form. Today, I'm counting down the top 9 moments of his legendary career. Watch closely, because these moments weren't just about winning races. They changed the sport forever and established the blueprint for modern Formula One dominance. But before we dive into the highlights, let me introduce you to the greatest of all time. Michael Schumacher, the name that still sends chills down the spine of every racing fan. He went from karting in Germany to becoming the most successful Formula One driver in history. Starting his F1 career with Jordan in 1991, he quickly moved to Benetton, where he claimed his first 2 championships in 1994 and 1995. But it was his move to Ferrari in 1996 that created legend. What followed was the most dominant era in F1 history: 5 consecutive championships from 2000 to 2004, transforming Ferrari from also-rans into the ultimate racing machine. His career statistics are staggering: 91 race wins, 155 podiums, 68 pole positions, and 77 fastest laps. But Schumacher was more than numbers. It was his relentless perfectionism, the way he pushed every team member to excellence, his ability to extract maximum performance from any car, and that killer instinct when victory was within reach. He didn't just drive, he engineered success through dedication, fitness, and an obsession with winning that bordered on supernatural. After retiring in 2006, he made a comeback with Mercedes from 2010 to 2012, proving his passion for racing never died. And those moments, they weren't just race wins. They were masterclasses in racecraft that defined generations of drivers. Now let's check out my top 9 favorite moments from Schumacher's incredible career. 9. First F1 victory at Spa, 1992. Every legend needs a first taste of glory. For Michael Schumacher, it came at his favorite circuit, Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. Starting from 3rd position in tricky wet conditions, the 23-year-old German showed the racing world what they were dealing with. As rain began falling, Schumacher's exceptional wet weather skills came alive. He passed Nigel Mansell and then hunted down race leader Ayrton Senna. With precision that defied his young age, he overtook the 3-time world champion and controlled the race to the checkered flag. This wasn't just Schumacher's first victory. It was Benetton's first win in 5 years. The moment established 2 things: Schumacher's mastery in wet conditions and his ability to deliver when opportunities arose. That victory announced the arrival of a future champion. 8. Hungary 1998. The strategy masterpiece. Sometimes the greatest drives don't come from pole position. At the Hungarian Grand Prix, Schumacher started 3rd but found himself trailing the McLarens of Mika Häkkinen and David Coulthard by over 20 seconds early in the race. What followed was pure strategic brilliance. Ferrari called Schumacher in for an early pit stop, and he responded with a series of qualifying pace laps on fresh tires. Lap after lap, he carved chunks out of the McLaren lead, setting multiple fastest laps while managing tire degradation perfectly. When the pit stops cycled through, Schumacher emerged in the lead and controlled the race to victory. It was a masterclass in racecraft, using strategy, tire management, and raw speed to overcome a seemingly impossible deficit. This victory showcased why Schumacher was more than just fast. He was a complete racing strategist. 7. Brazil 2006, the emotional farewell. In what many believed would be his final race, Michael Schumacher delivered one last reminder of his greatness, starting 10th at Interlagos after a fuel pressure problem in qualifying. The 7-time champion needed something special. And special it was. Schumacher carved through the field with surgical precision, overtaking car after car until he reached 4th place. As he crossed the finish line, emotions overwhelmed him. The man who rarely showed vulnerability broke down in tears, knowing this could be goodbye to the sport that defined his life. The Brazilian crowd, recognizing greatness regardless of nationality, gave him a standing ovation. It was a perfect encapsulation of Schumacher's career, starting from adversity, fighting back with determination, and earning respect through pure racing excellence. That 4th place finish felt like a victory. 6. Spain 1994, stuck in 5th gear. Perhaps no victory better demonstrated Michael Schumacher's adaptability than the Spanish Grand Prix at Catalunya. Early in the race, his Benetton developed a gearbox problem that left him stuck in fifth gear for the final 46 laps. While other drivers might have retired, Schumacher pressed on. He had to completely reimagine his driving style, using engine braking for corners, managing wheel spin on exits, and finding racing lines that worked with his handicapped car. Despite the mechanical issue, he not only finished the race, but won it. The victory margin was just 24 seconds over Damon Hill, proving that Schumacher could adapt to any situation. It showcased his mechanical sympathy and problem-solving abilities that separated him from other drivers. When things went wrong, Schumacher found ways to make them right. 5. Malaysia, 1999, the comeback king. After breaking his leg at Silverstone, many wondered if Michael Schumacher would return to his previous form. The Malaysian Grand Prix provided the answer in emphatic fashion. Starting from pole position, Schumacher controlled the race from start to finish, leading every lap except during pit stops. But it wasn't just the victory, it was the manner of it. His lap times were consistently faster than anyone else's, and he managed the race with the same precision that made him champion. The win proved that Schumacher's time away hadn't dulled his competitive edge. If anything, the layoff had made him hungrier. He dominated the final 2 races of the season, setting up Ferrari's championship charge for 2000. The comeback king had returned stronger than ever. 4. Monaco 1997, pole by 1.4 seconds. Monaco qualifying has always separated the great drivers from the good ones. But Michael Schumacher's 1997 pole position was in a different stratosphere. In a Ferrari that was clearly inferior to the Williams cars, Schumacher found speed that seemed to come from nowhere. His qualifying lap was 1.4 seconds, faster than anyone else, an eternity in Formula One terms. In Monaco, where hundreds of seconds usually decide pole position, Schumacher's margin was almost supernatural. The lap showcased his ability to extract maximum performance from any machinery. Even his rivals were stunned. Jacques Villeneuve later said it was one of the most impressive single laps he'd ever witnessed. While Schumacher didn't win the race due to car problems, that qualifying performance remained a testament to his pure speed and racecraft. 3. Suzuka 2000, first Ferrari championship. After 21 years without a driver's championship, Ferrari finally had their man. At Suzuka, Michael Schumacher clinched his first title with the Italian team, ending their longest drought and beginning their greatest era. The race itself was tense. Schumacher needed only a point to secure the championship, but Mika Häkkinen wasn't given up easily. When Häkkinen's engine failed late in the race, Schumacher inherited the lead and the championship that had eluded Ferrari since Jody Scheckter in 1979. As he crossed the finish line, the emotion was overwhelming. Ferrari team members cried, Schumacher celebrated, and Maranello erupted in joy. It wasn't just a personal triumph. It was the resurrection of Ferrari as a championship-winning team. The partnership that would dominate the early 2000s had delivered its first masterpiece. 2. France 2004, record-breaking 12th win. The 2004 season was Schumacher's most dominant, and the French Grand Prix represented the peak of his powers. Starting from pole position, he controlled the race completely, leading every lap and setting the fastest lap for good measure. But this wasn't just another victory. It was his 12th win in the first 13 races of the season, breaking the record for most wins in a single season. The performance was so dominant that the only question was whether anyone would ever match this level of supremacy. Schumacher finished 18 seconds ahead of Fernando Alonso, making it look effortless. The victory clinched the championship with 4 races to spare, the earliest title wrap-up in F1 history at the time. It was the perfect demonstration of a driver and team operating in complete harmony. 1. Belgium, 1995, Dancing in the Rain. At Spa-Francorchamps, where he claimed his first victory, Michael Schumacher delivered what many consider the greatest wet-weather drive in Formula One history. Starting 16th after engine problems in qualifying, he had everything to do and seemingly little chance. Then it started raining. As other drivers struggled with the conditions, Schumacher danced through the field like the track was dry. He overtook car after car, lap after lap with moves that defied physics and logic. By lap 16, he had climbed to 5th place. By lap 30, he was leading. The gap he built was enormous, over a minute ahead of 2nd place. He lapped everyone except 2nd place finisher Damon Hill. It wasn't just fast driving, it was artistry in motion. Every corner was perfect. every overtake calculated, every lap a masterpiece. This performance established Schumacher as the greatest wet-weather driver of all time, and arguably the greatest single drive in F1 history. It proved that on his day, in the right conditions, Michael Schumacher was simply untouchable. Michael Schumacher's legacy transcends statistics and championships. He showed that greatness comes from relentless dedication, continuous improvement, and an uncompromising pursuit of perfection. Whether he was adapting to mechanical failures, mastering wet conditions, or building championship-winning teams, Schumacher proved that champions aren't born. They're forged through determination and an obsession with excellence. 7 world championships, 91 race victories, and forever the standard by which all Formula One drivers are measured. If you enjoyed this countdown, hit like, subscribe, and share your favorite Schumacher moment in the comments. I'll read the best ones in the next video. Until then, keep chasing perfection. Take care.